We're at City by the Sea, which is really perfectly situated between Aransas, Port Aransas, and Rockport, and it's just a great location to jump off to all types of adventures when it comes to fishing. And you know, in the past, I've probably stayed in this area about 4 or 5 years, used Miss Kitty's Fishing Getaway Adventures to help book a house right here, because when we come down here and do this trip, it's kind of an adventure, vacation, more family oriented versus some of the hardcore trips we do where we're more focused on just big fish, and that's the only thing we think about. When we come here, we kind of like the comfort aspect of it. We want to rent a house that's got some great amenities where we can sit back and enjoy everything. This particular trip here, we've got Angel with us, and then we've got the Winlets, Patty and Clark. And you know, Angel and Patty are going to have some fun, catch a few fish with shrimp. Clark and I'll probably get a little hardcore for one day and go off and fish the jetties. So anytime I come to this location, I know it's just a mix of both seriousness but also fun.
And let me tell you why I'm excited. I'm excited because I got here about 10 minutes ago. Wade's got the boat in the water. Wade has all the rods rigged. Every single one of them is ready. I didn't even have to do anything with any tackle. He's got me a rain suit. He's got me a life jacket. I have to think about nothing but fishing. This is going to be really fun.
The great thing is that I'm a professional bass fisherman by trade. But when I have the opportunity to go saltwater fishing, to me, it's just about a vacation. And the fact that the girls got to come, what I love is seeing them get excited about catching fish.
Well, it's beautiful. There's just all the different kinds of wildlife that you can see, the birds, the dolphins, the different fish that you catch. And that's really just pretty amazing. Usually when I've gone fishing with Clark, we're just fishing for largemouth or smallmouth in freshwater.
You know, the great thing for me is being able to go out with the girls, get live bait. When you get live bait, you know your cork's about to go under. We get out there, we're on a little flat, right on the edge of a channel, a deep drop off, and they start throwing their corks out there and they just start catching fish.
That looks like a big one.
It's a little guy.
It's a trout. It's a good sized trout.
Yeah. No, a little
redfish. Little redfish.
He's a redfish?
Yeah, little redfish.
Oh, let me see the little guy. Hello.
The fishing scenario is pretty simple for you know, popping cork fishing with live bait. Go buy a bunch of shrimp. Put it in a live bait cooler. We like the Engle cooler. It's got a little pump built into it. It's got a great net to be able to pull out so you can easily grab your shrimp. You put it on a small hook with about a 2 foot, maybe a 3 foot leader. You got a basic popping cork out there using 16-pound test braid for the main line because it's super easy to cast. You throw it out and everything else just pretty much happens on its own. Yeah, you can pop it, you can shake it a little bit, but you probably don't even need to most of the time. And watch what happens. The cork's gonna go under. Simplest fishing, takes us back to our childhood days, but the fun of it is you're getting a lot of bites.
Another trout?
It looks like a little trout.
Is it a
That's
keeper
what I
trout?
want.
No, not too far from it. That's the species we would rather catch.
Way to go, babe. Trout, isn't it?
Nice one, Patty.
I just enjoy going out and seeing them get excited about what I get excited about. What my plan is to just do nothing but bait their hook, but I've just got a little bit of a competitive streak. I can't help myself. They're catching fish, and I'm thinking, well, Patty can bait the hook just fine. I think she can do it on her own. So she fishes, and then I fish right next to her.
And I've got one.
Got one. I don't know what he got. A trout?
Yeah, it might be.
They're a little red.
Nope.
That
Little
that
red.
bird
Red.
knows you got something.
Yeah, he did.
That one's a little bigger than what we've been getting.
When you come on a trip like this, a person has to kind of keep in mind the goals and the overall group that you're going to be with. So many times, you know, I'm focused on a bass fishing trip where it's about trying to figure out how to catch a few bass and really, you know, dial it in the most, you know, finite detail. Down here, it's just more about catching. It's more about the bite. And I don't really care about the size. I don't care about the species a lot of times when I come down here. I'm just as apt to be throwing live bait, going and buying a ton of shrimp as I am throwing soft plastic or top water. So it's just about getting action. And the thing about it, when you're in the salt water at this time of the year, you're gonna find something that's gonna be a willing participant to take a bait. little bitty guy. And that's gonna be a wrap. We're gonna head back to the condo on this giant speckled trout. That'll be a future trophy for Texas. We're gonna go cook some dinner and enjoy our place. That's fun. Live bait shrimp.
It's time now for a break, but when we return, Wade and Clark get a chance to try their luck along the jetties, right here on the Fisherman's Handbook.
A lifetime. It's spent learning, enduring, and growing. Day after day, season after season. As an outdoorsman, your pursuit is tireless. And at Cabela's, ours is too. We design, refine, and deliver durable, purpose-built products that you can trust your season with. If our name's on it, it's priced right every day. And built for seasons to come.
At Ranger, our dedication to real quality and craftsmanship runs deep. You'll see the rewards in every saltwater model we build. From our commitment to constant research and innovation to the design and construction of our own components, we're focused on solid confidence and lasting peace of mind. The Ranger Saltwater Series. It's a legacy of leadership engineered for optimum performance while consistently reinforcing the ultimate ownership experience. Learn more at rangerboats.com.
The Fisherman's Handbook is brought to you in part by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. And Yamaha Marine, reliability starts here.
What a pretty morning it is right now. Nice and calm, clear. Before the impending storm coming, it sounds like.
Well, maybe they'll be biting like they do right before a storm comes. That's always fun. But nothing like it when it's glass, and this is glass right here. We may not fish where it's glass, but it's cool right
It's
here.
glass right now. There's a hurricane supposedly brewing down in the Gulf that was supposed to go in through Mexico. We kind of planned a couple of days of fun fishing down out of Port Aransas. Got us a condo at City by the Sea through the Miss Kitty's getaway adventures there, and now we're going to get out and go to the jetties and see what happens. Anytime Clark and I get a chance to go fishing, we have a great time. You know, and whether we catch a fish or not, it's not gonna be for lack of trying. But when we had a chance to go out and fish the jetties, it was a no-brainer that this is where I wanted to go. This is what I wanted to do. I love to do this 2 or 3 times a year, and not every year do I get to do it, but I know in that July, August, September time frame, and many other times of the year as well, but for me, it's usually late summer that I get to do it. If I get to these jetties and I get good conditions, I'm gonna catch fish. May not know what I'm catching, but I'm gonna catch a lot.
Hey, before you make the first cast, it's calm out here. Now there's some waves, but you know there's a pile of fish right there. Let's see if we can catch some.
What we did is we got out there and we started fishing the jetties. I've only fished jetties really one time in my life from a boat, where I was actually out on the outside making casts towards the jetties, and we caught all kinds of species of fish the other time I did it. Well, today was absolutely no different. As soon as we started casting, we're getting bites.
This is awesome. There's one. I don't know what it is, but something.
We want him to be shaking his head so he's a big old trout.
I actually caught it. I was actually reeling in when it bit. First bite of the day, got no idea what it is.
That's the fun thing about down
Red,
here.
little red, I think.
No, yeah, it is a red. Small red. That's so fun. You know, when you look at fishing on the jetties, it's, you know, the main thing you have to think about is these rocks. Think of a buffet. When you go inside any buffet across the United States, they've got all these trays with all these different entrees there. I mean, you've got your main course, you've got your desserts, you've got your salad bar, you've got all these things. Think about that, that's a jetty. I mean, in your mind, that's a jetty. They open the door and everybody charges in. Well, in my mind, there's all these, every bait fish that lives there draws in all these other fish to this buffet. And that's what you see when you go down this jetty. It's every fish must just be looking at your bait the whole time, because you cast out there and there's always something nibbling on it or ticking on it or tugging on it. And sometimes it's, you know, the fish you're looking for, and sometimes it's not, but it's a bite. And that's why when you get a chance to go fish these jetties, it's so fun. Don't know what we have. Whatever he is, he's tugging pretty good. Does not want to come up here and say hi. Woo! Ooh.
What is it?
Big
Red?
redfish. About a 18-incher, not quite a keeper. That's so fun, you just never know. I had 3 bites on that cast before he took it all the way. Oh, there's a little guy. Must have.
What is that
fishing.
big old thing?
Something big?
It was something pretty big. I don't know what it was. It wasn't a
Just saw
dolphin.
something giant go swimming by, scared him to death. Yeah. Bye-bye, Mr. Red. Go back. Gotta have good pliers out here. I mean, it's one of the most necessity things you're gonna go through. You got cutters on there, you got pliers to be able to torque the bait and get it out. Clark just lost another one. But that's the thing about it. It sounds like a broken record, but it's a fun broken record is the amount of bites that you get. When you look at, strategies for fishing a jetty, rocks, it's rocks. You're gonna get hung, you're gonna break off, that's okay. If you're not breaking off, I'm just telling you right now, you're not where the fish are. You need to get your bait up near those rocks. You need to be able to, in your mind, mentally think about that bait coming down it. I have found if I take it to the simplest position of a jig head and a bait and throw it up there and fish it down those jetties, something's gonna tug on it.
Yeah, I got something.
He's spinning, he's shaking. That's gonna be a trout. That's a targeted species.
Yep,
Heck yeah.
pretty nice
You
trout.
got the net?
Yeah, maybe. We don't want to lose dinner.
I like it. Come here, buddy. Oh, that's a good one, Clark.
Awesome. That's fun.
That's a good one.
That's a good trout. 19.
18?
19.
19.
Put
Nice.
him in the box.
Be nice to get us 2 limits of those and then let Kevin catch a limit.
That's fun.
Dinner.
After the break, the bites continue at a furious pace as the cooler begins to load up with a mess of fish for dinner.
The key to a great boating experience has the Yamaha name on it. It's your key to legendary reliability. Right now, during the Yamaha Key to Reliability sales event, purchase any qualifying Yamaha outboard and exercise your power of choice between 5 years of Yamaha warranty protection or up to $1,500 in Yamaha dealer credit. The key to reliability is now your key to a great deal on a Yamaha outboard. Yamaha. Reliability starts here.
Quiet, you sons of fishes! Now, what?
I'm switching sonar.
Why?
Cause now I can see fish swimming live in front of my boat. I even see fish attack my lure. Y'all sonar's just history. I'm out.
I'm with him.
The Fisherman's Handbook is brought to you in part by Cabela's, it's in your nature. Garmin, fight your fish, not your fish finder. Engel Coolers, a legend in reliability. And Bradley Smoker, food smoking made easy.
I don't know what I got. Oh, here it comes.
One of the really cool things to me that, years ago got me hooked on fishing these jetties was the diversity of fish. I was catching fish I had no idea. Still to this day, we pull fish up and I'm like, I think it's this. And you know, since I'm not a big, deep offshore fisherman, you know, I know most of the inshore species, so I look at some of these fish, I'm like, well, I think it's that, but maybe I'm wrong on a lot of them. But the reality of it is you just never know what you're gonna catch when you're out there, and to, you know, catch 7 to 10 different species in a day in the right fishing conditions, that's not uncommon.
No? What is that? Grouper. Isn't that a grouper?
I don't know.
I think that's a grouper.
He's a mean.
I know it is.
He's a mean son of a gun.
You know, the cool thing about saltwater is that a lot of times when you can figure it out, you're gonna get a lot of bites. I love getting bites. That's the funnest thing for me. And when I'm fishing saltwater, what I really love about it is I want to be able to take some fish home. I want to be able to fry some fish that night. I want to be able to do some things that I don't get to do in fresh water very often. I mean, I might catch crappie, I might catch bluegill and clean some, but for the most part, catch and release. That's what I do. But when I come down here and saltwater fish, I love trying to figure them out just like I do, but what I really want is I want some fish to be able to take home.
Oh, that's perfect one there, Clark. I think that was about right.
That's probably gonna be about perfect.
See how much he's over. I can probably tell from there. That's perfect. That's 25-incher. Don't lose him.
Perfect size right there. Stick him in the box.
Heck yeah. You know, it's so fun to come into a trip like this. You know, the reality is Clark and I get a fishing hunt together a lot, and a lot of times we'll go out on a fishing trip and it's a very serious deal. We're trying to catch them on a certain bait to educate people to expand their horizons on rod selections, boats, whatever it may be. This was about fun, family, and catching fish. And, you know, now granted we're both competitive and we both still want to outfish each other in those situations, but the reality of it is this is just about getting bites.
Yeah, it's gonna be too big, I think. I gotta get away from it.
Okay, you're good, I got it. I think he's gonna be too big. I think it's gonna be another oversized. Wow, that's pretty and fun. I'll tell you what, I'm starting to get a little tired. We've caught a lot of fish right here. That's the second one we've had a 1/4 inch too long, but that's okay. It's still fun to catch.
Heck yeah.
And we'll let him go back, catch some more. My arms are getting tired after all this. I don't know how many fish we've caught. I don't know how many bites we've had. I think the bite count would be astronomical.
Oh, it would. Because you get one nearly every time. I mean, just about every time you throw it down there. It's really an amazing place to fish.
Coming up, Wade and Clark return home and help the ladies prepare a fish fry. Stay tuned.
Engel's got the original high-performance cooler and a whole lot more. Engel coolers, go with the original.
When I talk about Sunline, I think of one word, confidence.
Sunline FX2 is what I use for all of my frogging and flipping.
S61 braid, which braid plays a big part in fishing line. Shooter, I'm going to use in those close quarter deals like flipping and pitching.
One of my favorite techniques in fishing the tournament trail is to fish offshore ledges.
We have taken the questions out of the equation.
Take my word for it. It works. It works, dude.
The Fisherman's Handbook is brought to you in part by Sawyer Products. We keep you outdoors. Power Pole Shallow Water Anchor. Swift, silent, secure. And Hobie Fishing. Mirage Drive Pedal Systems.
I guess it's a keeper. Oh, yeah. Where's that net at, Clark?
That's right here. I got it. That's perfect, right?
That's perfect size right there. This is too fun right here. Favorite hobbies, getting ready for deer camp.
There it is.
And catching fish. That is awesome. That's perfect size right there. Look at that. That's great eating size redfish. Come in here, buddy. We begin to put a great mess of fish together. This is a fun day right here. You know, the jetties, you know, there's jetties all over the place that people can fish. We're here, obviously right outside of Port Aransas. We got a kind of a vacation fishing trip, for lack of anything. But good fishing, fun fishing. Every time I've been down here this time of the year, I've been able to enjoy things just like this. And other times of the year, it's about the bay. But right now, it's certainly about the jetties. I'm out of breath.
So I love it when the guys come back off the water and they all have their limit, and I'm sitting there looking at all their fish laid out right before they clean it. It's the best feeling in the world because I know we're gonna have the best fish fry ever.
You know, one of my very favorite things to do is either whether I'm hunting or fishing, is being able to take the game that I catch or kill and cook it, and especially cook it that night. We had a bunch of trout, we had a bunch of redfish, we brought them back, we cleaned them. Some of them are gonna go to deer camp, but we had plenty to eat tonight, and we had a great meal.
You know, it's pretty fun to sit here and watch Clark, multi-time FLW, Angler of the Year, Wheaties Box guy, cook your lunch, cook your dinner for you, but it's pretty nice, I like it.
Oh, it's awesome. And I mean, we both talked about how much we love going out, trying to figure out those fish, catch them, and then bring them in and fry them up. There's just absolutely nothing better.
You know, the reality is that he is the fry master. I mean, in all honesty, he does this 4, 5, 6 times a year, and I look forward to it all the time. Deer camp, wherever we are, turkey camp, I mean, you get something with some fried fish in front of him, and he is the master.
That was kind of a beautiful thing. Angel and I spent some time shopping in Rockport, and that was really nice. And we kind of were getting updates through the day of how much they'd caught to decide whether we needed to go out to eat tonight or whether we were going to have a fish fry. Turns out they caught a lot, and we had just an amazing fish fry. Clark fried it all up. Angel does all the other stuff to get it ready and delicious, and so it was wonderful. It was a real treat.
Well, I love Clark and Patty Wendlandt. They're awesome. I've known them for years, and so being able to fish with them, it's a lot of fun. In fact, when Wade said they were coming, I was like, yes, because usually I'm out here with, you know, the guys. I mean, I love fishing with the guys, but to have Patty here and Clark, it's a lot of fun.
I don't think it's going to be a dinner fish, no.
Aw.
It's Dory.
That's not Dory. Dory's blue. They put more water in mine than Patty's, I swear.
Yours is a little bigger.
Yeah, you got a bigger one.
You did get a bigger one, didn't you?
She tells me use your core.
At Sawyer, we use the best technology to make simple products that keep you going regardless of your journey. So whether you're boating, hiking, fishing, camping, or hunting, we keep you outdoors with a full lineup of products to both protect you and make the outdoors more enjoyable. Sawyer, we keep you outdoors.
Here at Big Bite Baits, we've got a big line of different plastics, and you know, they're all a tool, so you want to have them with you all the time.
I made several checks in crowded areas flipping that right there. Just a 6-inch Big Bite creek-tail worm.
Here at Big Bite, we came out with 4 brand new colors this year. All 4 of these colors are going to be great fish catching baits.
Definitely my #1 go-to bait that Big Bite has out right now is the Big Bite Battle Bug.
Big Bite is leading the way when it comes to innovation and colors.
Hobie's Mirage Drive kayaks set the standard for fun on the water. Whether your passion is fishing, sailing, or recreational adventure, Hobie's got a kayak for you. Hobie's Mirage Drive mimics nature's proven designs for efficient and powerful propulsion and enhances your kayaking experience. Mirage Power, Mirage Performance, Mirage Drive. Hobie, enjoy the ride.
Many said that we were just obsessed when we started, that there had to be an easier way to smoke food. As time passed, the Bradley family created a lineup of Bradley electric smokers that has made it easier for the novice or even expert chef to get perfect results every time they use it. Grab yourself a Bradley smoker and take your cooking to an all-new level.
From the makers of Bubba Blade comes the Bubba Blade Fishing Pliers. No matter where you're headed to fish, this tool will become an integral part of your tackle box for many years to come. They feature our patented no-slip grip handles, just like our Bubba Blade knives, ensuring that this tool will stay firmly anchored in your hand. In addition to the handles, these pliers feature a super tough cobalt cutter and convenient split shot and leader sleeve crimping cutouts. The ultimate in control, strength, and durability. Bubba Blade.